Hey y'all. I know it's been a minute since I uploaded something, and that's not because stuff has not been going on or I don't have anything to say because there's always something. Let me mute it's my work computer, sorry. Um, but it's really just because I've been struggling with, I don't know if it's like confidence or I have these thoughts that's like, girl, that's like basic. Everybody knows that. Like, why make a video about that? Or like, why tell the world about that? Like, and I know, well, as I'm saying it out loud, that that's not true because something can always help somebody else. So I'm just not gonna be imprisoned by that lie anymore, and I'm just gonna try to upload things once a week, maybe a little bit more, but baseline level, I'm gonna try once a week. So. Um, Two things, actually. First thing, y'all notice anything different? Actually, it's three things. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got highlights in my hair. Second thing is, y'all notice the new phone? I don't know if the quality's any different on here at all, but it looks different to me. I went back to iPhone. For people who don't know me on here, I have switched from Samsung to iPhone, back to Samsung, back to iPhone, at least 3 separate occasions, like each time. It's like a thing. But this time I'm sticking with my iPhone. I told everybody that if I try to go back, well, I told my friends, if I try to go back, then I have to do whatever they want from me of their choosing. I told them we actually bet alcohol. I said I gotta take 7 shots if I want to go back, which I do not want to do, and I'm not going back, which is not gonna happen. So I'm over here, Team iPhone. Here we are. But yeah, third thing, this is actually something that God had dropped in my heart a while ago. But I had said it to my mom. I said it to my best friend, Christina. I was like, does this make sense? And they're like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I meant to make a video about it a while ago, but didn't. But here I am. So I had actually written it down because it's kind of like a lot to verbalize. So I'm just going to read what I wrote down to y'all. And then, yeah, just go from there. I'm really just going to read it. This ain't going to be a long video. I know pastors always say that. It's really not. It's really not. I'm not going to be before y'all long. Okay, so I'm going to look over here because I'm going to read this little message I wrote to my mom. But this happened about maybe like 2 months ago when I was feeling really down about just my whole process of singleness and like dating and like, am I doing this right? You know, maybe if I hadn't done XYZ, then my husband would be here, or I'm delaying it, you know, just kind of putting a lot of pressure on myself. And I really felt like God spoke to me. So yeah, I'm just going to share. I don't know. Okay. So I don't think it's a matter of if I'm ready or not. This is for like my husband coming. I don't think it's a matter of if I'm ready. I think that is part of it, but focusing on that isn't the full picture. I think it can be, yes, I'm not ready, but also it's a timing thing. So me not being ready right now is okay and exactly where I'm supposed to be, because by the time things align the way God is planning, I will be ready. So like with Ruth and Boaz, Ruth had a husband, he died, and she had to travel all the way to the new land, and then she met Boaz. Had Boaz been thinking the whole time, I'm not ready for a wife, and that's why God is keeping her from me, or I would just mess it up, and that's why God hasn't given me a wife, he would be looking at an incomplete picture. In actuality, yes, God was preparing Boaz before he met Ruth, but timing-wise, Ruth was just still married and had to have her husband die and then had to travel to the land Boaz was at in order for them to meet. So it wasn't really about whether Boaz was ready or not. It was more about God's timing for everything. And by the time Ruth made it to Boaz, he was ready. I think for me, my underlying assumption is too inward or personal. My husband not being here as a result of my actions or whether I'm ready is an incomplete picture. God's plan is bigger than that. I think I need to focus more on trusting God's timing rather than whether I'm ready or not. Sometimes I'm so self-centered in my thinking. Like, I don't consider that God is working out the good in everybody else's lives, not just mine. So sometimes when I don't get what I want when I pray, when I want it, it's not because I'm not ready or anything I've personally done, but it may just be because God is working out so many other purposes and his plan for humanity is so big that it's just taking a little bit longer for things to happen or align. My prayers are not the only prayers God is answering. Shoot, I'm over here beating myself up because I feel like because of my own struggles with situationships and my own toxic patterns, I have somehow pushed away my husband, or I've delayed plans because of my own mistakes. Let me scroll down. And in reality, that is an incomplete picture. My husband could actually be in a relationship right now with somebody else, or or God is just aligning things and bringing them together. That's just an example. I mean, he could be anywhere. He could be doing anything. So even if I was ready and I was doing this whole single life thing perfectly, I would still have to wait because it's more about God's timing than my own actions or mistakes. So that was my thought. Yeah. So I don't really have much to add to it. I think it was pretty self-explanatory. I was really down on myself and read the story of Ruth and Boaz, and it just really encouraged me that like God's timing and his plan for me is like more overarching than my mistakes or, my perfect, whenever I'm perfect, whenever I'm bad, and, whatever, perfect, bad, good, bad, whatever. Like God's timing and his plan is bigger than that. Because also he's already factored in every mistake I'm going to make anyway. So it's not like I caught him by surprise and I got a delay, like it's a GPS thing, like it's like traffic or something. It's just really, they gave me a lot of peace. And also about the prayer thing, like knowing that when I pray for things, I be acting like I'm the only child of God on this earth. Like I prayed for it and it didn't come. Maybe I did something. No, girl, he's working out everything. So you got to look past yourself. Not saying that God is like overwhelmed or, you on the wait list, but like he's working out all good for all of his children. And so, yes, yours is coming, but he's working it out so that when your good happens, it's good for somebody else and it's good for somebody else. And then it was the right timing for this. So I can't get so caught up on how fast God is answering my prayers or did he hear me because it didn't happen. I can't do that. I just got to trust. So yeah, this gave me a lot of peace. Let me know what y'all think. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'm not going to do the thumbs up like I usually do. Maybe just one. Okay, bye y'all.